Oh, hi Taurus, welcome to Carol's Universe, Tarot Readings from the Heart. So we're doing the your week ahead reading, the 21st to the 27th of September 2020. Now, usually you would see me shuffle on screen and I would speed up that shuffle. Usually I would record via my HD camera. Excuse me. The reason why I've done the cards this week prior to coming on screen is because it takes so long to get everything up. I mean, last week I did 12 videos, edited all of them, and it takes ages to edit these videos. There's 12 of them as well, like all ranging between 15 to 30 minutes, and I've got other things to do. I've got my clients and this, that and the other, so I didn't end up putting those ones up. They were put up, but I didn't have time to do the tags and the thumbnails, which I like to do to make it look nice. It was just like no time. So I decided this week, right, I'm just gonna, instead of doing a HD video where I had to put the SD card into my computer laptop, I'm just going to do it straight from the computer. So I'll do it on my Logitech software on my computer, so I can just upload it straight away. And what I didn't want you guys to have to go through was watching me take ages to shuffle those cards. I just thought it's just too much, so we'll already have them down. What I'm going to show you though is the cards that we're using this week, guys. So for the general message for the week, which is the top line, we're using the Ciro Marchetti's Everyday Tarot of Dreams. Really nice deck. I haven't used it in a while. For your work reading this week, we use the This Might Hurt Tarot deck. I keep reading the wrong decks. The This Might Hurt Tarot deck by Isabella Rotman. Ooh, what is that? Oh, sorry, I was pressing on something that made a beeping noise. Yeah, we're using the This Might Hurt Tarot deck by Isabella Rotman. And for the love section, we use the Tarot in Wonderland by Barbara Moore. For your spiritual advice for the week, we use the Believe in Your Own Magic Oracle deck by Amanda Lovelace. And if we need any clarifiers, we use the Classic Tarot Miniature Edition, okay, by Barbara Moore again. Okay, let's have a look then. What's the general message this week? The Tower. So the Tower is a card about sudden things suddenly shifting, suddenly changing. Sometimes when you get the Tower, it's about some chaos, or usually for me it's not always a bad card at all. It depends on what shows with it, if I'm being completely honest with you. If I've got cards like the Tower, Wands, for example, maybe a King of Wands card, or that can be sort of like a sudden a sudden outburst. Maybe King of Wands got a temper, or you might have the Tower and the Ace of Wands. That might be a sudden burst of inspiration or a sudden idea that comes through. And then sometimes you can get the Tower and the Five of Swords, or the Tower and the Page of Swords. You can get these conflicting sword cards with Tower, and that can be anger, and it can be a fight, and it can be, people shouting, and because this is ruled by Mars. It's ruled by Aquarius as well, but it's also ruled by Mars, which is, the planet of war and conflict and all that type of thing. I think it's a red planet, actually. So, yeah, it depends on what it shows with. But also the Tower can bring up, surprises. Where you get with sort of money cards like Ace of Wands, you might be getting a surprise with money. Might be getting a sudden income coming through, sudden money coming through. What's next door to it then? Okay, so we've got the Tower and Judgment, two major arcana cards together. So Judgment is a life change. I think there's going to be a sudden life change this week for some of you guys, because Judgment is a transformation and the Tower is something that suddenly happens. So I'm seeing maybe a sudden transformation that could be occurring for some of you guys. This will not be expected, I think, Taurus. I think this is something that will happen. It will be like, whoa. I didn't see that coming. There's a sudden transformation around some of you guys. Let's have a look at them. Yeah, oh my goodness, look, wheel. Look at all of those things, all of those cards. Every single one of those cards there would indicate something suddenly happening, and it's unexpected. It could be that there's a sudden transformation, maybe with the Wheel of Fortune. It's things going in your favour. It's a change for the better, or maybe it's fortune coming in. If you get a money card, might be a lottery win, something like that. But the wheel is an unexpected turning of events, a change of events here with the Wheel of Fortune energy showing there as well. The Wheel of Fortune is ruled by the universe. So the universe, this is the universe's card. This is the universe the universe is basically bringing a sudden transformation your way. It's unexpected. Something that you're not expecting whatsoever, I think, for some of you guys. Okay, so the Wheel of Fortune, ending of one cycle. So we're ending a cycle with the Wheel of Fortune. It's unexpected, but I'm seeing the ending of a cycle and the abandonment, moving off into a new direction with the Eight of Cups. So I'm seeing the ending of a cycle and a new direction here with the Eight of Cups energy showing there. Yeah, there's definitely something to do with it. Wow, what is going on there with you guys, Taurus? That's some pretty big energies showing up this week. Some very, very big energies. I mean, it might be something small. I don't always want to kind of like, I don't always want to embellish things with tarot cards. You can't always do that. Even with major arcanas, sometimes you think that things are like, whoa, we've got Tower, Judgment, Wheel, what's going on? It's massive. Sometimes it could just be something small. But I think the ethos of the message this week is that there is going to be a change. There is, and it's going to be sudden. Because that Tower talks about something suddenly happening. And then you've got that transformation of the Judgment. I'm seeing a sudden transformation happening here. Wheel of Fortune energy, and also the Wheel of Fortune can because we've already got the unexpected cards here. Okay, this could also be an unexpected departure. Wheel of Fortune and the Eight of Cups, there could be an unexpected departure happening here, because Eight of Cups means departure and Wheel of Fortune again is unexpected. I'm going to actually read that as unexpected now. An unexpected departure. Six of Swords energy showing here. A trip, moving away. Somebody may be moving away. I don't think this is an arrival, because this is an unexpected departure. Somebody's moving on or moving away. Somebody's moving. Somebody's going somewhere. Someone's leaving something here. So the general message is, to me, I don't know what this is. I don't know what this is. You guys would have to come back and let me know what this is. But I am seeing a sudden departure. Unexpected, a sudden transformation happening in your life here this week. For some of you guys, if it's not this week, then it's coming in really, really soon. Taurus, sudden Tower, transformation, Judgment, unexpected Wheel, departure, Eight of Cups, moving on. But this might be something to do with you, what you're doing, or this is something to do with somebody around you that may be moving on, or somebody might be saying, look, I'm leaving this week, or I'm going back to wherever, or I'm going to another country this week, and it will just be completely out of the blue. Something completely out of the blue. There's this unexpected departure, a shift, a move. Travel could involve, because it's Six of Swords is traveling overseas, or you know, maybe somebody's leaving. Maybe it's a workmate who's leaving a job suddenly, and you're like, whoa, I didn't see that. Because this is like an unexpected. Wheel of Fortune is unexpected, an unexpected departure with the Eight of Cups. So it could be somebody who's leaving a job with the Eight of Cups or something like that. You know, or it could just be, you know, maybe you decide to leave a relationship or somebody. Depends on what it is. But there's an unexpected departure happening, I think, this week in the general message. Let's have a look at the career. Nine of Coins for me is a financial gain card. It also talks about working. Sometimes with the Nine of Coins you can be working from home, or you run a business off your own with the Nine of Coins. Nine of Coins talks to me about the accumulation of wealth as well with the Nine of Coins energy. It's also a card about financial security, but personal financial security with the Nine of Coins energy showing there. Temperance, things are coming together, I think, with the Temperance energy. Things are starting to balance themselves out. I think in your career, whether you work for somebody or not, some of you guys are really starting to feel quite comfortable, and it feels like you're starting to feel these things, because the Temperance energy in a work reading means things are coming together. It means in any reading, things are generally starting to come together. They're generally starting to kind of, you know, gel, and, you know, it's just a card about things are balancing themselves out. And then you've got that Nine of Coins there, which talks about kind of financial security, personal security, being comfortable. So some of you guys feeling comfortable, perhaps, Nine of Coins in the work that you do, things coming together with the Temperance energy showing there. However, we do have, but then this can heal this, healing off the Three of Swords. You know, Three of Swords in a work reading can be gossip. It can be dealing with fractious relationships in a work situation, disappointment, a great deal of hurt, personal hurt. Healing this energy here, Three of Swords. Let's have a look at the next one. The Hangman. Do you know what I'm getting here? And I think that the Hangman is a very, very good card to get in correlation with that Three of Swords. because this is letting the pain go. This is a painful situation that some of you guys have had to endure within work. But I feel with the Hangman, it's almost like you're saying, you know what, I'm just going to release this. I'm just going to surrender it. Because I see you surrendering something that's been quite painful in work. And that's why you've got these two cards here. You guys feeling comfortable, Nine of Coins energy. Things are starting to come together, feeling more balanced, Temperance energy, releasing some form of pain that you've endured within the work situation. It might be a love situation. Maybe it was a love triangle with the Three of Swords energy. But some of you guys are just generally, or whatever the case is, you're just generally saying, you know what, I'm just letting this go. I'm not going to let this affect me. Yeah, and the Empress energy showing here. Really kind of nurturing and focusing on, nurturing and growing and creating stuff within the workplace. Because this is nice, the Empress is. The Empress usually in a work reading would be that you're creating something off your own. So you might be creating a business, for example. Or this is about you nurturing a project or something like that with the Empress energy showing there as well. I just feel that and also the Empress for me is ruled by Taurus as well. And actually, yeah, it is, isn't it? Empress is partly ruled by Libra and partly ruled by Taurus. So really, this is you focusing, I think, as well, on creating wealth, creating your own, focusing on your money, focusing on your, the things that you value as well. So there's very much a sense of focusing on your own value with the Empress, knowing yourself with this Empress energy, knowing yourself to be, just a hugely wonderful individual, Taurus, I think. Because I think that you're focusing on your value here. You're just letting whatever that Three of Swords is go. And I think with the Empress energy, you're focusing on creating something quite strong and stable and secure for yourself within the workplace. I don't think that you're being held back by something. I think that you have been through some pain, though, that Three of Swords. Some of you guys, it might be a love triangle within the workplace. Some of you guys, it may be a nasty boss that you are dealing with within the workplace. It could be some nasty, gossipy colleagues, but you're letting it all go with the Hangman, which I think is very commendable. You're not actually allowing whatever this is to affect you any longer. I think that you've made a concerted effort, to be perfectly honest with you, Taurus, not to allow some form of negative energy in that Three of Swords. I think that you've made I think that you're making a concerted effort not to allow that to bother you anymore. Let's have a quick look at the love reading then. Right, so we've got the Two of Wands, and Two of Wands in a love reading often means that somebody's at a bit of a crossroads. And in passé, in a relationship, sometimes it means you're at a bit of a crossroads because you have somebody that you love, but there's also another individual there as well, and you have to make a choice between two paths. The Hierophant. So the Hierophant in a love reading for me is all about commitment. I hope that you can see that at the bottom there. It's all about commitment. I think that some of you guys are a bit of a crossroads here with that Two of Wands energy. Commitment of the Hierophant energy showing here. Could be marriage. The Ace of Swords. Some of you may be at a bit of a crossroads, especially if you're married as well with the Hierophant, or you're a bit of a crossroads in terms of whether you want to commit to a marriage or commit to a relationship here. I think with the Ace of Swords energy showing here, and actually that can be marriage as well with the Hierophant and the Ace of Swords. That can literally be a marriage. But also this is about facing the truth with the Ace of Swords energy showing there. Ooh, Five of Swords energy. I think there's been a great deal of hurt in this relationship. Some of you guys are facing up to the truth, I think, with that Ace of Swords. There's been a great deal of hurt here with the Five of Swords energy. Or the Five of Swords can mean that there is a need now to abandon, but this is also where you're enduring some hurt. The Moon reverse. So there's a realization going on here because that Moon is reversed. I think that you're facing up to the truth. I think that you realise what somebody is. I think you realise, because the Moon is reversed. So the Moon gives up its ghost when it's reversed. There's a realisation here. Things become a lot clearer with the Moon reversed. And I think the clarity comes with that Five of Swords. I think that this refers to a person here. I think that what you're becoming very clear on is that you're dealing with somebody who's quite nasty, actually. Somebody who's caused you a lot of pain. I think that you're facing up to the truth that there is somebody who's caused you a whole heap of pain with the Five of Swords in the upright. I think the realisation with the Ace of Swords is that somebody's caused you a huge amount of pain. And I think with the Moon in the reverse, that this is really saying to you it's time to come out of the illusion. So the Moon in the upright represents somebody who's living a lie in a relationship often. Not all the time. It can mean other things. It can mean to have a deep a deep feeling for another individual. It can mean deep passion, but also in the main, when I get that with the Two of Cups, I know that somebody's not seeing a relationship for what it truly is. But in the reverse, you know, what we're doing is we're starting to see the truth of the matter. We're starting to see things very clearly. And I actually feel that looking at the love reading here, Taurus, that some of you guys are at an impasse. You're at a crossroads now with that Two of Wands energy, involving a marriage or a commitment in a relationship, and perhaps whether you want to continue committing. I think that with the Ace of Swords energy showing here, that you're taking a good hard look in the mirror and you're seeing very clearly with that Ace of Swords energy that there is somebody around you who really, for some of you guys, this person will have just taken advantage of the relationship. Some of you guys are seeing very clearly that this person wants nothing more than to hold you back or to hold you down. Or maybe you're seeing very clearly that this person has caused nothing but hurt and devastation in terms of you and your and the relationship and who you are as a person. Maybe you're starting to realize with the Ace of Swords that this person, you know, has taken your confidence away from you. Maybe some of you guys are realizing that you've been in an abusive relationship here, and it's time with the Moon energy in the reverse to come out of the illusion of what you want to see rather than what it actually is. So I think that you're breaking an illusion this week concerning a relationship for some of you guys. Let's have a quick look then, Taurus, at what the spiritual reading is for the week. Wings. You never needed those wings to fly. Wow. Let's have a quick look at what the booklet says. You never needed those wings to fly. So number 8. Right, it seems like you're stuck in a never-ending cycle of self-doubt and criticism. When you tell yourself you can't do whatever you set your mind to, that's what we refer to as negative self-talk, and it's extremely toxic. Just as we expect others to treat us with kindness, we also need to treat ourselves with kindness. A bird can't fly away if you never let it out of its cage. And that's what I think is happening here. I think that the reading that we've done this week, Taurus, it is all about letting yourself fly and releasing yourself from the cage. You can see that she's actually released herself from the tower. Can you see? She's actually flown out of the tower and she's just allowed herself now to fly. And I think that really does add up to what's going on in the reading this week. I really do. I think that it makes so much sense when I look at this reading. Because for some of you guys, it may be you're doing this, that there's this kind of sudden transformation happening. You know, the Wheel of Fortune energy showing here. For some of you guys, it may be that the Wheel of Fortune isn't so much unexpected as that the time is right now. Because the wheel can also just run according to whatever is happening. It just goes on a cycle like that. So sometimes with the wheel, it's fated, it's meant to happen. So for some of you guys, it could also be that with the Wheel of Fortune, there's a cycle ending. Some of you guys are departing. You're moving on with the Six of Swords. Some of you guys, this is premeditated. You say, I'm doing it now. You know, in the work area, what we're seeing is the Nine of Coins, feeling comfortable and balanced in work. Hangman and the Three of Swords, just surrendering and releasing that hurt that you've been experiencing. Starting to nurture yourself, nurture more healthy relationships perhaps, but also focusing on, you know, working on your work, you know, focusing on your work with the Empress and starting to focus on the things that are valuable, which is what the Empress is. Again, another way that you allow your wings to, you allow yourself to fly. In love, again, you're being at a crossroads concerning whether you want to commit, but really this week for some of you guys, it is about facing up to the truth with the Ace of Swords. And that truth is that somebody has been taking advantage, somebody has been abusing you, somebody has been taking the pee, you know, somebody has been putting you down, somebody has been playing mind games. Five of Swords energy, and it's time to release and come out of the illusion and to face up to things for what they truly are. That is another way that you're allowing yourself to come out of the tower and fly. So I think that this is, if anything, I think that this is a watershed week for some of you guys. I think that there's going to be a watershed week. I think I might call the video that a watershed week. Because I think it is. I think that there is so much epiphanies. I think there are so many epiphanies going on for you Taurians this week, if it resonates with you. I think there's a real epiphany happening for a lot of you guys. There's a waking up. This is a week for waking up. Some of you guys have been asleep a long time, and this week you're waking up. You're waking up to the truth of so many things, which I think is phenomenal. All right, my darlings, that is your reading for the week. Thank you so much for joining me. If you would like your own private reading, click on the link in the comments section below or the end screen. And also, please make sure that you like, share, and subscribe if you're not subscribed already. And also, please make sure that you leave a comment, even if it's just to say thanks or that was nice or whatever the case may be, but nothing iffy, obviously. But yeah, leave a comment. It always helps the channel. That would be great. All right. Love you guys loads. Take care. Bye-bye.